Hello, everyone. This is Brooke Sinyard, and today I'm going to be presenting on the science of reading and, most particularly, the topic of phonics. The key topics we're going to discuss are some key research findings about phonics, its connection to the reading rope, skills and progressions for all ages, some recommendations and best practices, how to teach it, and some instructional examples which I will provide at the end of the presentation. Our key research findings from the National Reading Panel can tell us a lot about the importance of phonics and phonics instruction. For example, based on numerous studies, it has been confirmed that phonics instruction is the best and most efficient way to teach students the alphabetic principle. It's also stated that systematic phonics instruction helps students to learn to read more effectively than non-systematic phonics or no phonics instruction at all, and that phonics instruction increases the ability to comprehend text for beginning readers and older students with reading disabilities. They also discuss how phonics instruction helps kindergartners and first graders acquire the alphabetic knowledge they need to begin learning to spell. According to Armbruster, Lear, and Osborne, as published in the Teaching Reading Sourcebook, systematic phonics instruction is effective in preventing reading difficulties among at-risk students and in helping children overcome reading difficulties. And also published in the Teaching Reading Sourcebook by Stanovic, direct instruction in alphabet coding facilitates early reading acquisition and is one of the most well-established conclusions in all of behavioral science. Next, I'm going to discuss the connection to the reading rope. The reading rope model depicts the interwoven strands of reading and how they interact with each other. For example, phonological awareness and decoding skills, which includes phonics, form the bottom strands of the rope. These skills are fundamental for word recognition and decoding, enabling readers to tackle unfamiliar words. Scarborough's reading rope, developed by Dr. Hollis Scarborough, expands upon the concept of phonics and emphasizes the multifaceted structure of reading. It incorporates various components that contribute to skilled reading, including phonological awareness, decoding, vocabulary, language comprehension, and reading fluency. In summary, phonics plays a vital role in developing foundational reading skills by teaching the relationship between letters and sounds. Scarborough's reading rope provides a comprehensive framework that highlights the various components of reading, emphasizing that successful reading involves not only phonics, but also other strands such as vocabulary, language comprehension, and fluency. By integrating these strands, readers can develop a well rounded set of skills necessary for proficient reading and comprehension. Next, we're going to discuss the skills and progressions across all ages. Research suggests that approximately 2 years of phonics instruction is typically sufficient for most students. Because students differ in how quickly they develop phonics skills, there's no exact formula for how many sound spellings to introduce per day or week. The pacing of phonics instruction is contingent upon student mastery. According to Berninger, students who have no developed automaticity by the beginning of second grade are at risk for reading failure. As stated by Reading Rockets, automaticity is the fast, effortless word recognition that comes with a great deal of reading practice. Although intervention should begin early for students who struggle to acquire reading skills, some students will not learn to read in the primary grades. And for older readers, assessment and instruction should go beyond simple phonics to include more advanced morphological and orthographic knowledge. Some recommendations and practices are for older readers who are not yet reading fluently, who struggle to recognize individual words, and who consequently have weak fluency and comprehension. Intensive intervention is critical. Some of the students, non readers, and very weak readers will need basic phonics instruction coupled with phonemic awareness development. Others will need instruction in word attack skills. For these students, assessment data is crucial to guide teachers in filling the skill gaps. Like beginning readers, assessment and instruction for older readers who are struggling should include phonemic awareness, sound spelling correspondences, and decoding. So, now how to teach it. The amount of time spent on this component varies. However, the most common amount of time, as previously mentioned, spent on phonics instruction is typically 2 years. Grouping for phonics instruction can be done in a variety of ways, and this includes individual instruction, small group instruction, and instruction for the whole class. Some examples of how one might teach phonics can be demonstrated through integrated picture mnemonics, introducing consonant digraphs, and introducing short vowels. In the next slide, I will discuss the three previously mentioned examples in order to demonstrate how this component should be taught. So the three instructional examples that I have picked are integrated picture mnemonics, introducing consonant digraphs, and introducing short vowels. The first one that we're going to discuss is integrated picture mnemonics. This activity is actually pulled from the Teaching Reading Source book. And integrated picture mnemonics is a really powerful technique used to enhance memory and recall by associating visual images with information that needs to be remembered. This method can be particularly effective in educational settings to help students remember complex concept lists or sequences. So, some steps to teach integrated picture mnemonics effectively are to explain the concept, introduce the concept of the integrated picture mnemonics to the students, and explain that this technique involves creating vivid mental images that combine visual elements with the information that they want to remember. Provide some good examples of integrated picture mnemonics to help them understand how they work. For instance, if you're teaching planets in the solar system, you can create an image of a pizza representing the sun with some toppings representing each planet, and break down the process of creating integrated picture mnemonics into simple steps. These steps typically include identifying the key information to be remembered, creating visual images that represent the information, and mentally integrating those images into a memorable scene. So, as you see in this activity here, we have the letter H, and the integrated picture mnemonic has been a house. This is a really good way to enhance memory and recall. So the next activity that I have is introducing consonant digraphs. This is another important aspect of teaching phonics and decoding skills to young learners. The consonant digraphs are pairs of consonants that work together to produce a unique sound. So some examples of that are ch, sh, th, f. And the activity I have here is also pulled from the Teaching Reading Source book. And as you see, we have a t-shirt pictured here and a fish. And so for shirt, we have sh at the beginning with the blank for the rest of the word, and fish ends with the sh sound. So we have the sh at the end of the blank. These visual aids can be used with flashcards or posters to display the digraphs and their corresponding sounds. And this is also a great opportunity to conduct sound drills where students practice saying the digraphs and their corresponding sounds. You should model the correct pronunciation and have the students repeat after you. So if I say, "What is this picture?" and I say, shirt, they should repeat shirt back to me, and encourage them to focus on the unique sound produced by the digraph. So lastly, I have introducing short vowel sounds. Again, I have another activity from the Teaching Reading Source book here. And you should explain to students that vowels are letters that represent different sounds, and focus specifically on the short vowel sounds and explain that they are basic sounds that vowels make. So we're talking A, E, I, O, U. Pair each vowel with a simple picture or word that begins with or contains the corresponding short vowel sound. So here we have apple, apple, and then we also have hat, at. And you should engage students in auditory activities to help them distinguish and identify those short vowel sounds. Play games, provide examples where students listen to the words or sounds and identify the vowel sound they hear. Reinforce the differences between these short vowel sounds. And we can also introduce word families. So, for example, the at word family includes words like cat, hat, mat, and bat. And you can use these word family charts or interactive activities where students can manipulate and create words within a specific word family. And lastly, you can provide students with decodable text or sentences that include words with short vowels. And encourage them to sound out the words and decode them using their knowledge of short vowel sounds. Gradually increase the complexity of the text as students become more proficient. So here's my works cited. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and bye-bye.